So the other side of this is people who lead with extroverted intuition or exploration. These will be ENP types. And as mentioned before, they have a tendency to believe, like you said, that's not living. Why? Because for us, one's a pattern. When we enter a situation, we're like, I think I got kind of a lay of the land. I think I have an approximation of what's going on here. So off to the races I go.
Yeah.
And there's a sense of, I'll just be able to figure it out in real time. I'll lay the train tracks as the train is in motion. And that confidence in one's ability to just navigate through the situation and figure it out as you go gives them a lot of affectation of confidence. They seem to have a lot of self-confidence because they seem to trust their ability to navigate through novel and unfamiliar terrain. The challenge is that when they hit a lack of confidence or when they hit something that they're hesitant about, they don't remember all the other times that they experienced it. They really struggle, and by they, I mean us, me, really struggle with remembering, where have I seen this before? When did I do this? And sometimes self-confidence can just in general be eroded, not even for specific situations, but just an overall sense of self-confidence can be eroded through just simply not remembering everything you've been through. Every once in a while, an ENP will go, I guess I've been through a lot, haven't I? You just don't stop long enough to take that accounting and register its meaning and what that meant for you as a person, what that says about you as a person. It's hard to check in and mine that data out. And so for ENP types, and by the way, INPs are going to be a little less precocious. They're going to have more of that curiosity, but a little less. And they're going to identify a little more with the idea of taking an accounting because they're more balanced in this way. I was just going to say, but the leverage point for ENP types, after I diverted to say INPs are going to have a little less of this, the leverage point for ENP types is to sit down and take an accounting.
Yeah.
Write out your timeline, maybe journal about it. What are all the hard things I've been through? What are all the moments when something huge got in my way and I just navigated around it? And then sit with that and really, as mentioned, determine what that means for you as an individual. What does that say about you after you create this timeline?
I realize I'm breaking data rapport with you like crazy,
Okay.
right? We teach in our profile training course not just about energetic rapport or vibe rapport. It's also informational.
Right.
And for some reason, I must be in a very break rapport with you mood tonight, like informationally. Don't know why. Long story short, I also have noticed that ENPs and INPs, there is an accounting. It's just not a reliable accounting as well. Like in my own life, like I remember key things. I just don't remember all the things. And sometimes I take the wrong lessons from those, right? And so I think it's a full audit is also what we're looking at, because something that we did, quote unquote, have an accounting for, a strong memory for, that can just mess us up as much as not having an awareness at all. I can overvalue something I've got an accounting for. Right? Mm-hmm. Like I've got this moment and I'm like, oh, that's the thing. And I'm like, well, yeah, but look at all the other stuff that conflicts with that.
Right. Because one's a pattern.
Yeah.
Completely ignoring all the other times we had an opposite experience. That one time, somehow that one left an imprint, right? We've got a scar from it, or it was a big deal. And so that one time now sets the stage for anything in that arena. Absolutely. That is such a great point. So it's a full accounting. It's not overvaluing any one moment, but it's also not undervaluing all the moments. It's taking that timeline and going, okay, so what are the lessons I've learned from the past? And so the combination of taking action and then doing that audit, that accounting, helps somebody on the other side, that's the formula, equals a greater sense of self-confidence.